Hello, this is Pearl, and today I'm going to read Little Pilgrim's Progress, Chapter 16, New Friends. Little Christian waited by the side of Watchful in the porch of the Palace Beautiful, and presently a lady came out to speak to them. Her name was Discretion, and when Christian looked up at her, he thought her face was the sweetest he had ever seen. "Why did you call me?" she asked. Then, seeing Little Christian, she put out her hand and laid it gently on his shoulder. "She is like my mother's picture," he thought. "I am sure I shall love her." Watchful answered his mistress, saying, "This boy is journeying to the Celestial City, and it is too late for him to walk any farther tonight. So he would be glad to stay here if you are willing to take him in." Then Discretion asked Little Christian many questions. She wished to know from what city he had come and why he had left his home. She also asked him who had directed him into the way of the king, and she made him tell her of all that had happened to him on his journey. "And what is your name?" she said at last. "Christian," he replied. "I shall be so very glad if I may stay here until the morning." "Yes, you may stay," answered Discretion, smiling at the boy's anxious little face. "Wait, and I will call my daughters." She went back into the house and brought out 3 girls. 2 of them were older than Christian. Their names were Piety and Prudence. Charity, the youngest, was just about his own age. "This is one of the king's little pilgrims," said Discretion. "I think we can make room for him in the palace, can we not?" "Oh, yes," said Prudence, and Charity ran up to him and put her hand in his, as Christiana used to do when he was at home. "Come in," said Piety. "We are very glad to see you." A number of people were in the hall of the palace, and they all looked kindly at Little Christian as he came in. "Mother takes care of them," said Charity. "We girls look after the little pilgrims." "It is not quite time for supper," said Discretion, "but no doubt Christian is tired. Take him into your own room and let him rest." The 3 girls led the way to a comfortable room, where a lamp was burning and casting its cheerful light upon the walls that were covered with beautiful pictures. Here Christian sat down, while Piety and Prudence took up the needlework that they had laid aside when their mother called for them. Charity brought a footstool and seated herself near to Christian. She was a kind-hearted little girl and loved to spend her time in waiting upon her mother's guests, and in doing all she could to make them happy. "If you are not too tired to talk," said Piety, "we should like to hear about your journey. What made you leave your home?" "I was frightened," answered Christian, "for the strangers who came to our city used to tell us that it would be destroyed." "And how was it that you thought of coming into the way of the king?" "I had read of the Celestial City in my book, and one day Evangelist met me, and he showed me the way to the wicket gate." "Did you stay at the house of the interpreter?" "Oh, yes," replied Christian. "He was very kind to me. I saw the picture of the Good Shepherd, and I watched the soldier who fought his way into the palace. I wish I could have stayed there a long time." "And what have you done today?" "First, I passed by the cross, and there I lost my burden, and the Shining Ones brought me these new white clothes. They gave me a message from the king, and one of them set this mark upon my forehead. After that, I found 3 boys sleeping by the wayside. I tried to wake them, but they would not listen to me. Then Formalists and Hypocrisy climbed over the wall, but I think they chose the wrong path when we came to the hill, for I did not see them again." "The hill is hard to climb," said Piety. "Yes, I thought I should never get up. And then, when I saw the lions, I very nearly turned back again, but the keeper called to me and told me they were chained." Then Prudence began to question the little pilgrim. "Do you ever think about your old home?" she asked. "Yes," said Christian, "I often think about it." "Have you sometimes wished to go back again?" "Once or twice, when I have been very tired, but I am sure the Celestial City is far better than ours, and I know I shall be happy when I get there." "Why shall you be happy?" "I shall see the prince," said little Christian. It was so cruel for the wicked people to nail him to the cross, and I love him because he died for our sakes. And my mother is with the king. She went away when I was a baby, but I shall know her because I have seen her picture." "Have you any little sisters?" asked Charity. "No, but Christiana used to play with me. She is kind and gentle." "Why didn't you bring her with you?" said Charity. "Then you would have had someone to talk to on the way." "She did not believe what the stranger said," replied Christian, "and she has her brothers to take care of. They have no father or mother, and Christiana has to do everything herself." Didn't you talk to her and beg her to come with you?" "I often told her about the city, but I might not have come myself if Evangelist had not shown me the way. And then I started at once, so that I didn't even say goodbye to Christiana." "Well, perhaps Evangelist will find her, and then she will come and bring her brothers with her." Just at this moment a bell rang, and the 2 older girls folded up their work, saying, "This is to tell us that our supper is ready." Little Christian was hungry as well as tired, and he enjoyed the good food that was set before him. Then Discretion herself took him upstairs into a pleasant room with a window looking toward the east, and there the weary little pilgrim slept soundly until he was awakened by the light of the rising sun.